and more, worth over 170 million naira. NAFDAC Director General Professor Rather sad, as a graduate of the Osun State College of Technology, Aneke, identified as Tarid, has been killed by a stray bullet during a court clash in the community. The incident occurred on September 23, a day after suspected cultists gunned down a final year student during a signing out celebration near the campus. Witnesses said Tarid had just collected his National Youth Service Corps call-up letter and was waiting by the roadside when gunmen opened fire in a reprisal attack. His body was later recovered in a nearby bush with his call-up letter still in his bag. The Osun Police Command confirmed the killings, describing them as court-related. Police spokesman DSP Abiodun Ojelabi said 2 students died in the clashes, adding that efforts were underway to arrest those responsible. The News at 3 is coming to you live from Aneke TV. Remember, you can follow us on all social media feeds on Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, and here on YouTube, all at Aneke TV. Now, a quick reminder of major developments in the news. Canadian MP warns of Christian persecution in Nigeria. Southwest on alert as Kwara bandits strike. Electricity tariff relief for vulnerable Nigerians. NAFDAC shuts down defaulting businesses in Abuja. Still to come in the news, reps propose single-day elections for Nigeria. Court orders suspension of police-tinted glass permit enforcement. JAMB registrar urges Nigerians to strengthen education for national development. Please stay with us.
Hello, I'm Debra Wakoba. I am Chidimike Mede.
I am Uche Osai.
I'm Chiwendo Ifeonwankwe.
My name is Obo Obina Samson.
Please keep watching Aneke TV, or you can visit us on our socials like Instagram, Facebook, X, TikTok, or YouTube, all at Aneke TV.
This is Aneke TV. We move with the world.
You're still watching the News at 3 on Aneke TV, and moving over to more of the news. The House of Representatives is pushing to hold presidential, governorship and legislative elections on the same day to cut costs, boost voter turnout and reduce political tension. Speaker Tajuddin Abbas, speaking to a European Union delegation in Abuja, said the move aims to improve efficiency and credibility in Nigeria's electoral process. The reforms also include reserved seats for women and persons with disabilities, financial autonomy for traditional rulers, and enhanced tools for INEC ahead of the 2027 elections. Abbas urged state assemblies and stakeholders to support the plan, noting that past attempts at single-day elections stalled. But the National Assembly is now reviewing constitutional amendments to make it a reality. In other news, the Federal High Court in Warri Delta State has ordered the Nigeria Police Force and the Inspector General of Police to suspend enforcement of the tinted glass permit for vehicle owners. The interim ruling directs the police to maintain the status quo and respect judicial processes pending further hearing. Senior Advocate Kunle Edun, SAN, who represented the petitioner, described the order as a key step in upholding the rule of law while the case proceeds. To education, the Registrar of the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, JAMB, Professor Ishaq Oloyede, has called on Nigerians to reposition the country's education sector to reduce reliance on foreign aid. Speaking at the 595th inaugural lecture of the University of Ibadan, Oloyede emphasized that national progress depends on every citizen contributing meaningfully to society. He urged election stakeholders to take ownership and strengthen the system as a driver of Nigeria's growth and independence. Oloyede stated, "We will continue to develop as long as every Nigerian makes his or her own contribution. Let each of us in our little way contribute to the development of the nation." In the world of business, Nigeria has emerged as the main crude supplier to Senegal's 30,000 barrels per day Dakar refinery, which cannot process its own locally produced oil. Although Senegal began pumping 100,000 barrels per day from the Sangoma field in 2024, the heavy sulfur-rich crude is unsuitable for the refinery. Instead, the plant relies on Nigeria's lighter Eha grade, with imports averaging 30,000 barrels daily in recent months, according to energy analyst Kepler. Despite being an oil producer, Senegal still depends on fuel imports, sourcing up to 60% of its refined products from Russia. With Sangomar output expected to stay steady for years, Nigeria's Eha crude and Russian fuels remain vital to Senegal's energy balance. In sports, Flying Eagles coach Aliyu Zubairu has challenged his players to give their all against Colombia in the final group match at the FIFA Under-20 World Cup in Chile. Zubairu's men kept their campaign alive with a dramatic 3-2 win over Saudi Arabia, thanks to goals from Nasiru Salihu, Amos Ochoche, and a stoppage-time penalty for captain Daniel Bameyi. The victory lifted Nigeria to third place in the group, while Saudi Arabia crashed out. We went all out for the 3 points against Saudi Arabia, and now it's time. It's simple. We must do the same against Colombia, Zubairu said. In entertainment, renowned musician Innocent Adibia, popularly known as Tubaba, has explained why he missed the opening show of his UK tour. In an Instagram video, he clarified that a medical emergency was the reason, dismissing rumors of an arrest linked to the dispute with his wife, Natasha. He assured his fans and organizers that the tour would be rescheduled, promising an even better experience. We will regroup and make something very beautiful happen, he said, urging the public to avoid spreading unfounded stories. Tubaba and Natasha married in July, shortly after he announced his separation from Annie, his wife of nearly 12 years. And that ends the news at 3 on Aneke TV. But before we end the news, here are the main points. Canadian MP Andrew Scheer has raised the alarm over the systematic persecution of Christians in Nigeria. Southwest states including Kwara, Oyo, Osun, Ekiti and Ondo have heightened security following deadly bandit attacks. The Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission, NERC, will launch the Power Consumer Assistance Fund to cushion vulnerable households, schools and hospitals from the rising electricity tariffs. And that ends the news. For breaking news and eyewitness report, please call 07